The isolated Pacific paradise of Bikini Atoll conceals a sinister past. It was once a nuclear testing site, but radiation destroyed it and rendered it uninhabitable. Nature has started to reclaim this damaged land decades later, demonstrating how resilient life is. Bikini Atoll is a ring of 23 tiny islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of miles from land. Coral reefs grew along the edge of an old volcano to form this geological formation. A large, 230 square mile lagoon known for its deep blue waters is surrounded by this atoll, which was formerly a part of the Marshall Islands, a U.S. territory. It would seem like a tropical oasis from a distance. But a terrible incident happened here nearly 70 years ago. The U.S. military set off an explosion here on March 1, 1954, that was 1,000 times more potent than the bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. Castle Bravo was the code name for the nuclear weapons test. The largest thermonuclear test conducted by the United States was the Castle Bravo test. At the time, the scientists estimated that the explosion would be between 5 and 6 megatons. However, it was a 15 megaton explosion when it detonated. Therefore, it was far larger than they had anticipated. The U.S. military would test nuclear warheads on Bikini Atoll over the following 10 years. This tropical paradise was turned into one of the most poisonous locations on Earth between 1946 and 1958, when 23 nuclear devices exploded nearby, producing enough lethal radiation fallout to cover more than 7,000 square miles. The whole region was essentially rendered uninhabitable. Bikini Island was a complete waste. However, there was extremely severe nuclear fallout from some of these other islands. Things began to snow. Naturally, this was nuclear fallout, not snowflakes. People were drinking radiation-contaminated water. Additionally, because the soils were still contaminated, they were unable to grow crops there. They were too irradiated to be consumed by humans. All of this was merely the stuff of nightmares. Bikini Atoll is still among the most radioactively contaminated locations on the planet, 70 years after the United States concluded its nuclear tests. According to many experts, it would never be habitable again. However, a group of researchers from Stanford University recently made an incredible discovery. It seems that life has returned. When researchers visited the Bikini Atoll again in 2017, they discovered that it was flourishing. Marine life is abundant there. Car-sized coral reefs can be found. Life has somehow managed to continue growing in an environment that is full of radiation. All of this nuclear testing in the Pacific must be one of the worst things that people have ever done to a remote island community. Nevertheless, Bikini Atoll displayed an astounding array of thriving marine life. We are discussing tuna, sharks, snappers, and schools of thousands of fish. The Earth managed to adapt, regenerate, and return. Could the resurgence of life in Bikini Atoll be a sign that the planet is taking back these islands from human misuse? If this is the case, is there any chance that the numerous other islands of the damned will eventually be restored as well? Each island has a unique personality. Furthermore, negative energy can become ingrained in a landscape or environment due to centuries of human interaction. It resembles an imperceptible stain of blood. Therefore, proceed there at your own risk. After a single negative event occurs in a location, more negative events tend to follow and accumulate over time. I believe that the superstition then becomes ingrained in the local way of life. However, Bikini Atoll demonstrates how nature always manages to survive.